What's up guys, Sergeant Arg right here, and today we're going to be reacting to a video by OverSimplified called Prohibition. So yeah, should be pretty interesting. This one came out in December of 2020. Yeah, it's one of the most recent videos. But without further ado, let's get started.
This video was made possible by Honey.
Oh no, it's 30 minutes long. Okay. I'm gonna have to break this down into 2 parts.
Click the link below to save money.
No!
Quick before
No!
breakfast. The usual. The description down below. Good morning, honey. What's for breakfast? The usual. 2 caskets of rum, a mug of hard cider, and a full bottle of wine. Oh,
What?
boy. Oh, I'm running late. I'll have to take it with me. Don't forget your lunch. It's a 6-pack of beer, a flask of whiskey, 6 shots of tequila, and as a special treat, a banana. Aw, gee whiz. I'm gonna be smashed today.
What in the world? Okay, so obviously Prohibition is about, how alcohol was banned in the United States for a while, in like the early 1900s, I think it was. So, yeah.
Enjoy your day of operating sharp, dangerous farm equipment. I can't believe this is an acceptable way to live. God bless America. Okay, gotta go. I love my life!
What in the world?
America, the land of beautiful strip malls, top-class infrastructure, and wonderful urban sprawl. Ah yes, beautiful America. But what's the most American thing you can think of? The Statue of Liberty? Mount Rushmore? A crazy lady in a mobility scooter yelling at a pigeon? Well, what if I told you the answer is alcohol? That's right. When the Puritans arrived on America's shores, they brought a ship packed with beer. George Washington provided his men with a daily cup of whiskey. Andrew Jackson's
Pretty sure cups did not look like that back then.
inauguration party left the White House so trashed that everybody had to be ordered outside. Frederick Douglass
What in
said
the
whiskey
world?
made him feel like a president. Me too, Frederick. Me too. Americans drank at breakfast. Doctors prescribed their patients hard liquor. In the 19th century, Americans drank 3 times as much as their modern-day
Jeez.
counterparts. That's a lot of whiskey. Hey, Jerry, how's that report coming along? Already done, sir. I've also organized your paperwork, watered your flowers, and been a father figure to your children. Wait a minute. What's that smell? Have you been drinking at work? No, sir, I would never. Well, why not? Everyone else is doing it, but I got all my work done. You're fired!
What in the world?
Americans drink at work. They drink at barn raisings, baptisms, and public hangings. Heavy drinking was so normal that it was as American as apple pie. Hi, everyone. My name's Ron, and I'm an alcoholic. Get over yourself, Ron. We're all alcoholics. But more and more Americans began to wonder what...
What? You think this is like... Oh my goodness. Well, you should go to like freaking Germany or the Czech Republic or Russia. Back then, like way back when, before any of those countries that I just mentioned. I think this is in Greece or something like that. They literally didn't drink water. They just drank wine. Yeah. I'd have to confirm that, because that just sounds really crazy. Dude. Freaks.
whether all of this truly was a normal way to live. Were Americans drinking, perhaps, a little too much? Well, one group in particular thought the answer to that was yes. You know 'em, you love 'em. Woman. Oh.
Actually, I'd have been wrong. What? I swear I heard that somewhere. What in the world? That's weird.
Crap, woman! Wrong! Hang on. We just want to talk. Woman talking in public? That's outrageous. Come on, Fred. You've got 2 kids and a wife at home. Yet here you are spending your entire paycheck on booze. And you, Dr. Spanky, you were on the cusp of discovering time travel. But what did you discover instead? The sweet, Weak joys of whiskey. That's right. Alcohol. It's destroying our families, our jobs, and our homes. She's right. She's right. Hang on, men. Don't let them get to you. This saloon is our safe space where our wives and children can't annoy us with reality, where we're free to be real men. He's right. He's right. I am. And what does it real men do? Take care of their families. I don't know what she's talking about. No. We drink beer, we shoot guns, and we mud wrestle. As America's heavy drinking ruined more and more lives, moral resistance began to arise, and women were at the forefront, taking matters into their own hands at a time when women doing just about anything was shocking. They'd had enough of being victim to their husband's heavy drinking, and they were going to do something unprecedented. You're going to what? I'm going to protest. Oh, sweetie. Women can't protest.
Oh my gosh, notice the picture in the background.
Starting in Ohio, before spreading nationwide, women began a crusade against alcohol. They marched through towns and cities, singing hymns, gathering outside saloons, and praying on their knees. Women praying was so terrifying that in some towns, schools were shut and business stopped.
Oh dang. So wait, so is North Dakota and South Dakota like part of the same state back then? Wait, what is going on with this?
Stagnated. On one occasion, firemen were called out to hose down the dangerous praying women. On
What? What?
another, the owner of a beer garden reportedly hauled a cannon outside and threatened to reduce the savage women to dust. Nevertheless, they persisted. They formed the WCTU in 1874, and they organized. They set up homes for inebriate women. They installed water fountains in public parks. They wrote textbooks for school children that contained some interesting claims about drinking alcohol. Here's little Timmy. Uh-oh. Looks like Timmy's gonna have his first drink. He's taking a small sip of whiskey, and Timmy has spontaneously combusted. The end. The woman's efforts weren't in vain. In small towns across America, drugstores agreed to stop fulfilling prescriptions for alcohol. Men committed themselves to giving up drink. Inspired by the woman's moral fervor, some saloon owners closed their doors. The women's crusade
Dang, so that was really successful.
and other temperance movements were forcing people to reconsider alcohol's role in society, and more people began to side with the growing temperance movement. Many states had even begun enacting their own dry laws that restricted the sale and use of alcohol. One of them was Kansas, where alcohol had been outlawed since 1881. Despite this, many illegal saloons remained open, and authorities had done just about nothing to stop them. One woman, disgusted by what she saw, decided she would take the law into her own hands. And not just any woman, a terrifying, hatchet-wielding, sweet old lady named Carrie Nation. Armed
Why is she wearing a why does she have a hatchet?
with her trusty hatchet and a bag of what she called smashers, she
What?
traveled from town to town visiting saloons.
Oh, I heard about this.
But she wasn't there to get smashed. She was there to smash. The men could do nothing but cower as sweet little Carrie hulked out and tore the place to shreds.
Oh my
She went to
god.
Kiowa and smashy smashed. Wichita, smashy smash. Topeka, smashy smash. On a couple of occasions, she was arrested, but each time they were like, "Okay, Carrie, we're gonna let you go so long as you promise to be a good girl and not smash up any more saloons. Okay? Screw you, pig!" Yeah. I think she's gonna be all right. Smash, smash, smash. Carrie's tactics shocked the other members of the Women's Christian Temperance Union,
Jeez.
but she assured them, and this is a quote, "Ladies, you do not know how much joy you will have until you smash, smash, smash." Carrie became a household name, and she hoped her unusual tactics
What in the world? Why is this?
would spread across the country. But unfortunately, many of the women's movements eventually slowed down. Why? Well, because of this kind of thing. Thelma, I ripped my pants again. Ugh, well, you'll have to sew them yourself because I'm going out protesting. What? I don't know how to sew. What if I burn the house down and get eaten by alligators? What? Ha, don't be stupid, Mitch. Look, I've gotta go. Call me stupid? She's the one who's stupid.
Oh my gosh, she's gonna burn down the house.
Hey, Thelma! Look who's stupid now! See, while the women were out protesting, there was nobody to do the cooking and cleaning and being seen and not heard, and they gradually had to return to their duties at home. But where the women had got the ball rolling, a new movement was about to take that ball all the way to Washington, D.C. I'm talking about the
Dang.
Anti-Saloon League. The Anti-Saloon League was a political pressure group run by a very sweet-looking old man. But don't let that deceive you. This guy was an evil genius. While the women's movements were interested in a whole range of issues, Wayne Wheeler and the Anti-Saloon League only cared about enemy number one, Mr. Alcohol. And as a result, they were extremely effective. They were able to exploit the fears of the American people. And I mean everyone's fears. Here's how they did it. Hello, sir. Welcome to the Liberal Progressive Rally. Why don't you introduce yourself? Well, I'm Patty, and I'm an immigrant from Ireland. And tell me, Patty, do you drink? Oh yes, I drink a lot. See, folks, people like Patty come here looking for a better life, only to end up drunk in the gutter.
What? What in the world?
Don't worry, sir. We're gonna help you. Hey man, you're doing great. I just need you for one more thing. Hey, Christian conservatives. This is Patty. He's a dirty Catholic Irish immigrant who's come to destroy America with his alcohol-fueled debauchery! Workers were told alcohol was a capitalist ploy to keep them subjugated. Factory owners were told alcohol was making their irresponsible workers lazy.
Oh my gosh, so he's just playing both sides just to get his thing done.
Black community was warned alcohol was hindering its progress, while racists were warned alcohol would turn black men into brutes. In one of the most confusing eras of American politics, totally opposing groups found themselves agreeing on at least one thing: alcohol was bad. The Anti-Saloon League also made great use of propaganda, something
I want to read these. Jeez.
prohibitionists have been doing for decades. Take this specimen, for example, that warns what will happen to you if you start drinking. Let's see. First you take a drink. You get a little rowdy. Okay. You make some new friends. Nice. Then you become homeless. You turn to crime. And...
Whoa. That seems a bit over the top.
But the most effective tactic Wheeler used to force prohibition on America was pressure politics. In any election he could, Wheeler very successfully rounded up support against any politician who was in favor of alcohol. In Ohio alone, he had 70 state representatives and the popular Republican governor ousted from office and replaced with prohibitionists. Suddenly, every politician in America was afraid of Wayne Wheeler.
Dang.
Even those who enjoyed alcohol in private began pretending to be against it in public. Alcohol is delicious. Malicious. Sorry, Wayne. I'm really drunk right now. Then it really hit the fan in 1917, when America found itself fighting in the First World War against Germany. Anti-German sentiment exploded. Sauerkraut became Liberty Cabbage. German measles became Liberty Measles. And Dachshunds became the embodiment of evil.
What?
See, America? You've always been this way. The biggest brewers in America
What?
were German, and Wheeler saw to it that drinking alcohol
Oh, yeah.
became akin to pro-German treason. The German brewers desperately tried to fight back, creating their own propaganda, presenting beer as a healthy beverage, one that you could even give to
Wait, what?
back. Alcohol became akin to pro-German treason. The German brewers desperately tried to fight back, creating their own propaganda, presenting beer as a healthy beverage, one that you could even give to your kids. As you can
What? A family drink. Well, maybe it's not the best idea to portray him looking like that.
imagine, it didn't go down well. President Wilson instituted some temporary
And now they're just gonna hate the Germans even more.
wartime prohibition measures to save grain for food. And with many in the country now in support of prohibition, all that was left was to make it law. One problem was that taxes on alcohol made up nearly 40% of the US government's
30%? What in the world?
annual revenue. And the government wasn't just about to give that up. No problem. The Anti-Saloon League helped lobby for the creation of a new income tax on the American people. And just
What? Oh, yeah, I remember hearing about this. Hold on, let me make sure. So, this is where income tax comes from? Yep. So, now we know why there's income tax. It's because of women.
Just like that, the government was no longer reliant on alcohol. Prohibition was finally introduced to Congress in 1913, not just as a law, but a constitutional amendment.
That is major.
In 1917, as the House held their final vote on the Prohibition Amendment, Wheeler was watching from the gallery. You spineless cowards. I know half of you drink, yet here you are bowing down to Ned Flanders up there. Look at him, like he's some kind of Caesar. Ugh, don't be so dramatic. I obviously don't think I'm Caesar. Now release the lion. In the end, Prohibition passed the House easily, 282 votes to 128, and the states ratified the new amendment by 1919.
Wait, back then there was only 55 senators. That is weird.
America, a nation obsessed with liberty and freedom, had just voluntarily given up its private right to choose whether or not to drink alcohol. We did it, folks. We fixed everything. America will be perfect forever. But you just dissolved America's 5th largest industry and lost tens of thousands of jobs for us immigrants. No, you idiot. You don't get it. We helped you, idiot. Ugh, I could really go for a beer. Oh, no. Immediately after Prohibition went into effect, alcohol consumption in America decreased as Americans followed.
Wait, what? No. That is crazy. So, because they got rid of you allowing to get alcohol consumption dropped? No way, that is crazy.
Followed the law and tried not drinking. Man, if we're gonna be law-abiding good boys, we need something else to fill the dark, lonely void that delicious beer once did. Well, how about we crack open a nice cold can of water? Hell yeah, toss it over. Nah, this isn't doing it for me. Let's try knitting. This isn't
What am I looking
filling the
at?
dark void at all. Wanna play some kites?
Oh my gosh, notice how the picture changed in the background.
This isn't filling the dark void at all. Wanna play some kites? Ah, screw it. Let's go get some illegal beer. While it seemed like many Americans supported Prohibition, after the law went into effect, it seemed like just as many Americans intended to keep on drinking, and they would go on to find a variety of ways to break the new law. Here's a question for you. Do you like breaking the law? Well, shame on you. Or do you like saving money when you shop online?
Oh my god, no.
Hold. And guess what?
Oh my gosh, Eclipse is here now. Again. Eclipse, come on. He was just in the washing... He was literally sitting in the washing machine for like an hour. I'm not even kidding. He just jumped in the washing machine and he stayed there for like an hour. And now he's back. He's so weird. He was sleeping in there. Anyways.
Dollars in savings.
I don't
Installed
care,
the Simplified
I don't
channel.
care.
So thank you. And Now where were we? Oh yeah. Punching Patty, passing Prohibition, and procuring pints. Pretty soon after the new law went into effect, the failures of Prohibition were already beginning to rear their ugly heads. For starters, the details of the new Prohibition law, written by none other than Wayne Wheeler himself, turned out to be more draconian than expected. Many Prohibition
Draconian, man.
supporters only wanted to outlaw hard liquor and hoped beer would remain legal, but the Volstead Act outlawed anything over 0.5%. That would make Liberty
Dang.
Cabbage illegal. Secondly, the new law was full of loopholes that Americans very quickly began to
So cabbage is...
exploit. For example, while the sale and manufacture of liquor was illegal, drinking it wasn't. And you could also keep any
That's weird.
alcohol you had before the law went into effect. So many private clubs hoarded huge amounts of alcohol that saw them through the entire Prohibition period. Whiskey intended for medicinal purposes was also allowed, and doctors basically became bartenders. It looked as though a full-on epidemic had broken out, as there was a sudden surge in prescriptions for whiskey. Sacramental wine
Oh my god.
used by churches and synagogues were also permitted. Orders for communion wine suspiciously skyrocketed by millions of gallons. And as rabbis had access to religious wine,
Whoa.
suddenly everyone was becoming a rabbi. You had Rabbi Pat O'Leary, Rabbi LL Cool J, Rabbi Fluffy. But don't worry, I'm sure all these definitely legitimate religious figures couldn't possibly be selling wine in the back alley after mass. Yep, definitely nothing strange going on here. New products also hit the shelves in stores, such as Vine Glow, a brick of dehydrated grape juice, itself not alcoholic and therefore perfectly legal, but the packaging did contain a strangely specific
Dang it, stop eating clips. You put his tail on
taste.
the thing. My keyboard. I'll make the brick again. Don't place the liquid in your jar. Oh my gosh.
Because then it would turn into wine. I'll take 1,000. Yes, sir. Now, at this point, I want you to think back for me, if you will, to the year 2005. You're
Okay.
the coolest kid around, and you
I was literally born in 2005, so...
convince your parents to rent the greatest movie of all time from your local Blockbuster. But the movie starts with a strange message. Something about not downloading a car? You immediately disregard that and hop on Kazaa to download the greatest song of all time, and in the process, drain your dad's bank account with copious amounts of ransomware. You were breaking the law, you bad boy or girl, but did anyone come to arrest you? No. That's my point. If no one's enforcing a law, while everyone's breaking it, is it really a law? And so it was with Prohibition. See, the conservative-led governments of the decade were also the kind of people who believed in small government spending. So they'd passed a law that would be extremely difficult to enforce, but also didn't want to spend any of the money required to enforce it. The newly created
That's
Bureau of
dumb.
Prohibition only had
Ow!
1,500 agents.
Why are you fighting me? He does this all the time. He sits down to watch the video with me while I'm reacting. And then he just bites me for no reason. And then he leaves. Oh my gosh. Bureau of Prohibition.
To cover the entire country. That's one agent for every 70,666 Americans.
What?
In a massive country with 12,000 miles of coastline and one gigantic land border with Canada. Good luck, schmuckos. And all these clever little loopholes people were using to score illegal booze were only just the beginning. America was about to devolve into alcohol-fueled criminal chaos. By outlawing it, Prohibition had made alcohol a precious commodity, and millions of Americans would become outlaws as they found a variety of ways to score illegal booze. For example, many Americans began making their own liquor.
Yeah, but...
Illegal stills for making moonshine were found by Prohibition agents from the hills of Kentucky and the caves of Arizona to parking lots in major cities.
Wait, but I thought Wait, what was it again? Wait, what did the law say? So, I guess it just said you... Never mind.
And even in the homes of Prohibition supporting politicians. Oh, come on now,
What?
fellas. I voted for Prohibition. I'm not gonna have an illegal still. What's this? That's my son, Freddie.
What?
Say hi, Freddie. Sir, this is obviously an illegal still. How dare you? Hey, what's this in the bathtub? That's bath water. Why does it taste like alcohol?
What in the world?
Here's a better question. Why are you tasting my bathwater? Weirdo. Come on, Freddie. Let's get away from these perverts. To discourage moonshining, the government began adding extra toxins to many of the products moonshiners were using, which resulted in many cases of severe illness and death.
Yeah, you think?
But alcohol wasn't just
Anyways, thank you guys for watching. We're about halfway in the video. And I'll react to the next part later. Tomorrow, probably. But, yeah, this is an interesting law. Prohibition. Yeah. Thank you all for watching, everyone. Leave your suggestions for what I should react to in the comments below. And goodbye. Hello everyone, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it and subscribe to my channel. And turn on the notification bell thingy. And if you didn't, then make sure to leave a thumbs down. But yeah, that would be greatly appreciated. And while you're at it, go ahead and watch my other videos. They're probably just as good, and if not better than this one right now. Except for my oldest videos, don't watch those. And, subscribe to these people down here, my fellow sergeants. They're other YouTubers that I either know or I have in high regards. Yeah, even my cat agrees. So, thank you for watching, and have a great day.